Okay guys, so I just wanted to record a quick video today, again in the sales realm, and it's a little bit of sauce, okay? So I want to start off the video by saying this. A sale happens not when the prospect understands what you're saying, but when the prospect feels like they're being understood by you, okay? Now, that it might take a little bit to process that, right? But what I mean by that is oftentimes someone will purchase from someone who understands them, who understands their situation, who feels like they're being understood at least, okay? And so the question is like, how do we feel understood by a prospect, right? Now, one thing with these videos is all the stuff that I'm getting, like obviously a lot of it I've heard from other people. I believe that is from a Jeremy Miner video, and some other people that say that stuff. But everything I tell you is from my personal experience, doing appointment setting and closing and that sort of thing. A sale happens when a prospect feels understood. So how do we feel understood? So for me, especially when you're on the phone and you're cold calling, it has to do with your tone, okay? And your energy. In person, it's a little different. Your body language comes into play because, again, how do we communicate with someone verbally and non-verbally, right? So you have to control both aspects of that to be able to fully communicate, right? Over the phone, it's about your energy. So one major tip, I guess, trick you could say about, doing all the dialing that I'm doing and everything is that when someone picks up the phone, and this isn't some, $1 million tip or anything like that, it's just something that's helped me a ton. When someone picks up the phone and you start getting into a conversation with them, you have to listen to their voice and match their energy, okay? Now, that sounds like something, it's like, what do you mean by that, right? Like, obviously, like, you're supposed to use certain tones, you're supposed to use certain things, but what do you mean by match their energy? So if I get on the phone with somebody and they're, yeah, man, how's it going? Yeah, I love my business. We're doing great. We're doing this. We're doing that. Then guess what? I'm going to match that energy as well. Yeah, that sounds amazing, man. Like, how do you feel like you're going to be able to get to XYZ? Or how are you doing, XYZ to do whatever thing, right? I'm going to match that energy. But if someone's like, short-winded answers, no, yes, then I'm going to match that energy as well. And it's all about making the prospect, I guess, feel comfortable and feel like they're being understood. If you match that energy, you're going to have a ton more success. You're going to be on the same wavelength. At least I've noticed that. And that doesn't mean changing your formula for getting to where you want to get to, right? It's more about, how do I change my tone, my body language? Obviously, I'm over the phone, so I still use body language while I'm talking over the phone because I've noticed that it helps me a ton. Just like I'm using my hands here. I'm always using my hands, and I don't know why. I always end up grabbing a pencil, and I always have a pencil in my hand while I'm talking to them. I'm going like that. I'm moving because I feel that it helps me create that organic tone, right? The tone that I would use in a conversation, that authentic tone, right? So I know it's a short little video, but that's a trick that I use, right? Always match the energy of the prospect. Okay, I'll mention it in my tonality cold calling video as well. But it's about making the prospect feel understood. So that's what I'll leave y'all in the end of this video.